Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Mayor Demings and our Board of County Commissioners, welcome to the Center of Hospitality, the Orange County Convention Center, for this full-scale exercise. Thank you so much for your participation today. I'm Mark Tester, the Executive Director of the Orange County Convention Center. What we do here at the Convention Center is incredibly important to our community. We host almost 200 events a year with over 1.7 million in attendees from people from all around the country and the world. We generate over $3.9 billion in economic impact for the community, and so what we do is incredibly important. But we couldn't do it as we compete in the national and international landscape if we weren't safe and secure. And so that's why this exercise is so important. I greatly appreciate all the people that have been part of this, from our team to our great partners with fire and sheriffs, and on both local and regional partnerships. Again, it's really important that we're prepared, that we understand how to react in situations. So thank you for everything that you do to make this successful today. We do, as I mentioned, compete for events all around the country to come here. And one of the things we tell them is that we collaborate better than any other community. And this is a real good example of how we can get together and work together to make sure that we're prepared for anything that we may face. Because again, safety and security is so incredibly important. So thank you again for all being here today, and for your participation, and for the media for elevating this important exercise. I will now pass it on to CISA Regional 4 Regional Director Jay Gamble. Jay?
Thank you. Thank you, Mark, and good morning. I am Jay Gamble. I'm the Regional Director of CISA Region 4. CISA is the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA. As America's cyber defense agency and the national coordinator for critical infrastructure and resiliency and security, CISA leads the national effort to understand, manage, and reduce risks to cyber and physical infrastructure that Americans rely on each day. CISA coordinates and works with stakeholders and experts to provide recommendations and protective measures that organizations of all sizes can rely on each day, and they can implement to protect facilities, venues, and public gatherings. Every member of our community, our friends, our families, co-workers, and neighbors act as a first line of defense in keeping our nation safe. This includes making sure that our partners and stakeholders have the opportunity to test their plans, procedures, and readiness. Each year, CISA conducts over 100 cyber and physical security exercises aiming to enhance the resilience of our nation. Many of these exercises focus on soft targets and crowded places. CISA has supported the National Basketball Association, Major League Baseball, the National Football League, the National Hockey League, and NASCAR, along with their arenas, facilities, stadiums, ballpark, fields, and member teams by planning and hosting over 40 drills and exercises. Recently, CISA hosted an in-person tabletop exercise in Gasparilla in Tampa, Florida, and tabletop exercises for Everbank Stadium, ViStar Arena, and Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. Ultimately, today's exercise in Orlando is an example of CISA's continued commitment to help protect our communities. This helps our responders test their readiness by creating a safe but realistic environment to practice response plans and procedures. CISA and our Center for Hospitality stakeholders has worked in planning this exercise for over the past year. The Orange County Convention Center, Orange County Fire and Rescue, Orange County Sheriff's Office, CISA Region 4, and the CISA exercises and stakeholder team have worked together to make sure that all of our stakeholders were engaged and focused throughout this time, making sure that the exercises was properly planned and conducted, which draws on the strong sense of partnership among our exercise participants. It is partnerships like these that are critical to ensure our mutual resilience as we work to better understand and confront today's threats. While most see this convention center as a place to attend a conference, hear a great speaker, attend a work meeting, visit an auto show, engage with others, unfortunately, there are some people that see this as a target and seek to cause harm to those who visit. As we have seen in the past, malicious actors target mass gatherings and public venues because of their ease of public accessibility, crowd density, and limited ability to incorporate protective measures. Because active assailant situations can evolve so quickly, organizations must take measures to mitigate potential threats and impacts. That is why exercises like these here in Orlando are so critical to the security of the attendees, the businesses and the vendors, and most importantly, our communities. By taking lessons learned from past incidents and exercises, CISA works hand in hand with our partners to identify and better understand threats that they face in order to enhance the security and resilience nationwide. Exercises also help organizations test their communications, which are critical to a coordinated response. In addition to exercises, CISA has several resources to assist organizations in preventing active assailant attacks. On CISA.gov, our Securing Public Gathering page has resources to help organizations like convention centers and supporting arenas, houses of worship, and large public gatherings mitigate potential threats. I'd like to thank all of our partners for the exceptional work participating in the culmination of the exercise today. Our partners have worked for more than 18 months here on planning today's exercise. Finally, I'd like to thank the outstanding members of the Orange County Convention Center, Mark Tester, Tony Camarillo, Isaiah White, Earl Biggett, and Sandra Daly. Also like to thank Mayor Demings and his office, the Orange County Sheriff's Office, the Orange County Fire and Rescue, our partners with Orange County Emergency Management, our team in the CISA exercises who've come down from the National Capital Region, the Washington, D.C. area, and our CISA teammates here in Region 4, along with the hundreds of volunteers who will be participating today. Without everyone's support and assistance, this exercise would not be possible. Finally, as I close, when we work together, we can stay ahead of ever-evolving threats in our environment. It better helps us to be better prepared, to keep our businesses, employees, staff, and all of us safe should an incident occur. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mark Canty. I'm the Undersheriff at the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and thank you all for joining us this morning. First responders every day work tirelessly to keep this community safe, but that is not an effort that they take on alone. It involves our entire community. We have to build relationships in order to get our job done. So we thank the Convention Center for offering us this venue to provide this training to our deputies and other first responders. Full-time or full-size exercises like this are such an essential part of our preparation to keep this community safe. When I say it's essential, it's not just a matter of something we do every so often. It's something we think about constantly. With what happened in New Orleans, it just kind of further brought back to home that we need to make sure that we're trained. This exercise has been well in planning for over a year, and it just happens to be a coincidence that it's similar to what happened in New Orleans. Our staff tirelessly looks and searches and researches and plans for every type of contingency. It's not just an active shooter at a school or a mall. It's everything that can harm this community and put this community in danger. So today, building this partnership, and it's not just law enforcement, it's not just fire, it's all of our partners. It's our government entities, it's our private partners, everybody is responsible for keeping this community safe. So we thank you guys for helping us out. We hope you enjoy the time here, and just know, take a lot of pride in knowing that here in Orange County, you are safe. The men and women that patrol the streets and protect this community are doing everything possible to make sure that all of our residents and all of our visitors are safe. So thank you and enjoy the day.
Good morning. My name is Marty Smack. I am the Division Chief of Operations for Orange County Fire Rescue. This drill today is another example of the collaboration that we have with our partners around Central Florida to make sure that we are trained and prepared to respond to any emergency that may happen here in Central Florida. We have over 1 million visitors and citizens every day that are here and want to be safe. So our number one goal is to make sure that whenever we respond to one of these events, is to make sure that we provide the best service possible and to make sure that we are trained and able to provide those services to the community that is in need. This is one of the many drills that we conduct throughout the year with our partners. We conduct numerous large-scale incidents like this one. And so this is just another example of the commitment that we have to the citizens of Orange County and the visitors of Orange County that come here every day to make sure that they're safe and provided with the best possible service in case of anything that happens. So again, thanks to the Convention Center for allowing us to collaborate with them. Thanks to Orange County Sheriff's Office for allowing us to collaborate with them and able to participate in this drill. And on behalf of Chief James Fitzgerald, thank you for everyone for being here today.
Thank you for joining us. We'll now open it up to questions from the media. Isaiah, would you like to answer?
Sure. The exercise itself should last about 90 minutes, but we should, afterwards, we would do some hot wash and do some evaluations. So probably another hour and a half after that. So, okay, sure. So we have had exercises such as this in this area. I know for a fact there was one at the Orlando International Airport. However, for convention centers, this is the first convention center in the country to exercise on this level. So, over the past decade, we've had all kinds of different events. The perpetrators are changing the way they attack facilities. Case in point, you see in New Orleans what happened there. So it's a constant evaluation of a facility and just making sure that you have a safe facility to mitigate some of those type of attacks. Yes, sure.
So just over the last decade, we've, in addition to doing an event at the Convention Center, we've done large-scale events at the Millennium Mall, high schools in Orange County, hospitals, schools, every type of venue that you can think of, we've done an event at. So I think what our staff does on a regular basis is we look at what happens across the country and across the globe. We've done things after the Paris attacks. We looked at the Performing Arts Center. We looked at the Amway or the Kia Center. So we've looked at all these different type of events, and we compare our area to other places. So like I said, if you compared Paris in 2015, what happened there, you had a soccer stadium. Well, we have 2 stadiums. Well, we have 3 stadiums here. So we look at doing stuff in the stadiums. They had a very robust downtown area that had cafes and bars. We have Point Orlando, we have downtown Orlando, so we look at doing events there. They had, the Performing Arts Center. So all those types of venues we look at doing something at. So no matter what happens in the world, here in Orange County, we see that, and our staff's prepared to handle those events.
I know on behalf of Fire Rescue, back in 2003, we conducted one of the large-scale exercises here in Central Florida with over 600 participants, close to 100, 150 victims that we had. Each year we train with our partners. Last year we started seeing a string of active shooter events with fire being used. So last year our drill was focused on active shooter drill with fire as a weapon. So we were able to collaborate with the Sheriff's Department, come up with some different equipment, come up with some different guidelines and tools that we have. That is our number one goal each year, is to have some type of large-scale exercise with our partners to make sure that we're trained and everyone pretty much knows each other whenever we arrive at one of these scenes. Everyone pretty much has their own set of guidelines that they follow with Fire Rescue. The good thing about collaborating and working together is that everyone kind of knows each other's guidelines. Everybody kind of follows each other's guidelines. There is a standard NFPA standard for active shooter. Orange County Fire Rescue was one of the active participants who started that guideline. So pretty much the whole thing focuses around on, collaborating, training, and if we need to go back and update those guidelines or look at different equipment and things of that nature. That was one of the things that we learned last year with the fire as a weapon. There's different equipment that we had that wouldn't work with other agencies and other partners. So it gave us a chance to look at some other equipment that we could purchase and maybe update our guidelines and things of that nature.
I didn't give my name. I'm Isaiah White. I am the security director here at the Orange County Convention Center. And this is a county facility, so everything that the representatives of the sheriff and the fire are saying, it's important that we kind of mesh and make sure that we're working, collaborating with them. So that's it.
Thank you. That concludes our press conference. We have a few housekeeping notes. For those of you who are joining us for the exercise, we will be moving closer to the activity. I'll go ahead and introduce Jill from CISA, who will be kind of laying out the lay of the land.